Welcome to Crocodile MTG, your home of competitive, constructed play in the modern, standard, and legacy formats. Today's video was brought to you by all our wonderful sponsors, affiliates, and patrons. Thank you so much for supporting the Crocodile MTG channel, and we hope you enjoy today's video. Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Jordan with Crocodile MTG here, bringing you another Magic the Gathering video. We are 0-2 with Vizier combo. We are not doing well. And oh my goodness, we are going to keep this hand. It doesn't seem that great. It seems definitely a little slow. But we do have a turn 2 Stoneforge Mystic and Eldrazi's Call. Hopefully we can get there. We are going to go ahead and keep. And we do have a combo piece as well. So we have essentially 3 pieces of our combo. Alright, Aether Vial. So this is most likely another Death and Taxes list. Like I said before, we are very, very in the water here. We are currently 0-2. We lost to Burn, and then we lost to a Death and Taxes white-black deck. It seems like we're playing against Death and Taxes again here now. Hopefully... Alright, there's a Thalia. A little unfortunate, but what are you going to do? Maybe I should have played Viridian Longbow turn 1. I'm going to go ahead and play out... I'm going to fetch because I don't want to get hit by Leonin Arbiter. I'm just going to grab a Forest here. I'm going to play out Stoneforge Mystic. And then I'm going to grab my Batterskull. Yes. Yep, we're going to grab Batterskull here, and hopefully that'll be a pretty good start. Hopefully our opponent doesn't have their own Batterskull. It does look like they have something here, though, and it's Giver of Ruins. So Giver of Ruins is actually a very powerful card. We play it in our deck as well, and it can give creatures protection from a color or colorless. That is the one change from Mother of Ruins to Giver of Ruins, is it can protect... So this might just be a Thought-Knot Seer, but it doesn't look like it is. It is a colorless 3-mana card, though. If it was an equipment, they can't actually cast it because of Thalia. I definitely should have played the Viridian Longbow turn 1. I didn't realize that. Alright, we're going to play Rager Thicket. I am going to pass the turn and see what our opponent plays. Alright, there is a Stoneforge Mystic for our opponent. Batterskull enters our opponent's hand. They're going to get to untap and play Batterskull. This is a deck I've been wanting to try out for a while. Again, I haven't been able to test a lot of this modern meta, and the meta has just changed completely, so... Definitely powerful, though. This is probably Thought-Knot Seer. I'm going to let it enter, but I am going to go ahead and play out our Batterskull here. Alright, our opponent's going to get to see our hand. They're not really going to probably take anything. I mean, they're going to have to take something. They'll probably take the Vizier Remedies or the Eldrazi's Call. But I can't really see them taking anything else. One thing that might be powerful in this Devoted Druid deck, too, is I've seen the splash of black for things like Plague Engineer. And there's a Phyrexian Mana, pay X, where X is the creature's converted mana cost, and it brings it back from the graveyard with haste. But you have to sacrifice it end of turn. I can't remember what that card is. I think I'm going to go ahead and play out Bird here. I probably do not attack. I do not attack. Because our opponent can just give Giver of Ruins, give something protection. We're in a little bit of a predicament, but we're actually going to get the go off next turn, hopefully. Oh, no, we're not. Man, this sucks. Alright, we're going to cast Eldamri's Call this turn, though. We're going to go ahead and get Devoted Druid. We're going to get to play Devoted Druid out next turn. And then hopefully... Alright, here comes a Batterskull. Most likely. Oh, there's actually a Sword of Fire. Nice. Okay. Equipped it to something... Give something protection from black, swing in, and then I can still block with the Stoneforge Mystic. Sure. Yeah, we don't want that one hitting us. Alright, so end of turn here, we're going to go ahead and Eldamri's Call. The question is, what do I want to grab here? Is it just clean cut Devoted Druid, or do I want to grab... Alright, they have Batterskull in hand. I have 5 mana next turn. It's probably just the Devoted Druid. Because I think that's how we win this game, is comboing off. Oh, and we just drew it anyhow. Alright, so we're going to be able to sort of Fire and Ice. That's actually pretty nice. Okay. Alright, so we're going to swing in here for 3. Most likely a block with the Thalia, and then Giver of Ruins gives pro-black. Which, again, their card in hand is Batterskull. So I'm not worried about that. We're not going to get to gain the 4 life, unfortunately. But we are going to go ahead and play Devoted Druid. And the Knight of Autumn. The Knight of Autumn we're going to use to blow up the Sword of Fire and Ice. So this is actually working out a little bit in our favor. I feel like we could have won the first 2 games we played. I feel like we just our draws were just a little rough. And Plague Engineer is a little rough as well. Alright, so Devoted Druid's down. As long as they don't draw a Path to Exile or attempt to kill us next turn, I think we're in pretty good shape. Because we have the Vizier, and if they don't... find a way to get rid of the Vizier, we just have Eldamri's Call. They drew the Displacer. That's unfortunate. Yep, they're going to wait till our draw. They're going to blink our Displacer. Oh. Yeah, I think we just win then. Because our opponent Thought Not Seers. they don't get to, because we have Eldomri's Call and Vasir, so we have the combo. If they take Viridian Longbow, then we just tutor up one of our, like, our Walking Ballista or something, and then we just win. Good game, opponent. Oh, that was rough for our opponent. Yeah, that was a misplay. What they actually had to do is blink our Devoted Druid. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and play out Vasir. Oops. Tap for green. Untap. Alright, we're just going to do this for a while. We're going to go ahead and cast Eldomri. And we're just going to grab Walking Ballista. Yeah, we'll just grab Walking Ballista. It's going to take a minute because our opponent's letting us time, which is fine, but we only have to get to 40. Which is lucky. I wish it would stay in the same spot. You actually have to move your mouse a little bit every time you're doing this. Okay. They just decided to concede. Thank goodness. Alright, so we did get game one. So against this deck, we probably want the Path to Exiles. Thrun is probably a decent card against them. Tireless Tracker. Actually, Collector Oof is definitely a good card. Night of Autumn. Decent. Definitely the Path to Exiles. I think we just want to be a more... I keep saying, like, go to the more fair deck, and it sounds a little, like, odd, because sometimes you just want to kill your opponent, but I feel like against things like Thalia, I think that's just, like, what you want to do, is just be more of a fair deck. I don't mind cutting a little bit here on the combo. Maybe it's a little greedy to cut all. Sort of Fire and Ice. Yeah, that's probably a decent one to still have. We can put it on a bird, or if we play Giver of Ruin. Yeah, I feel like there's better things we want to be doing on 2. It is activated abilities. Activated abilities of artifacts can't be activated, so we gotta watch the Collector Oof, because it actually shuts down a lot of our things too. We probably don't need the Shroud. Yeah, we do. We need the Shroud against like a bounce effects. I can see playing the Thrun as well. Maybe I do cut Sword of Fire and Ice. Maybe it's just the E-Wit. Eternal Witness is good, but you have to have stuff in your graveyard, and again, they're pretty light on removal spells, and we're pretty light on threats at the moment. Let's see. Turn 1, Bird of Paradise. Turn 2, Stoneforge, and if Stoneforge doesn't work out, get Collector Roof. I feel like this is a keep. Unless we get turn 2... Okay, there's the Vial. If we get turn 2 Thought Eraser... Thought Not Seer, I mean. Ooh, don't concede. Green. Alright. If we get Thought Eraser, that's a little rough, but I don't think it's too bad here. Again, we just want to be a little more aggressive than our opponent. Alright, there's a Thalia, which is fine. Alright, there's Thrun. And yeah, we just want to play out the Stoneforge here. And we'll grab our Batterskull, play a tap land, and pass the turn. Next turn we can actually play a land and play Batterskull. There's another Giver of Runes for our opponent. We can actually Stoneforge next turn, tutor something up, and then use the other Stoneforge to vial it in immediately if we wanted. Alright, Thought-Knot-Seer is going to eat our Thrun, unfortunately. I almost guarantee that's what the play is next turn. That or the Batterskull. It's one of the two. Thrun is definitely a little bit more powerful. Oh, they eat the Batterskull. Yeah, my play next turn is definitely going to be the play Thrun then. Grab a forest here. Yeah, I'm just going to play out Thrun, and hopefully that works. Next turn we can play Stoneforge, grab something, and equip it to our Thrun. Or we can Eldamri's Call like a Collector Oof if we want. So our opponent's going to vial up to 3. I can play Walking Ballista for 2 next turn and kill the Giver of Runes, which probably isn't a bad idea. Our opponent's going to swing in. We're just going to have to take it. There's a Giver of Runes of our own. So it's definitely a good one to play. I think I'm going to play Walking Ballista on 2 here. I don't really see an advantage attacking at the at the moment. I'm going to see if our opponent tries to do something here. Walking Ballista gives us an opportunity to respond if our opponent attempts to vial something in. Next turn we can Eldamri's Call. Activate this ability only anytime you can cast a sorcery. Alright, so we don't have to worry about the desert land pumping the team. We are down to 12, which we have to be wary of. If you're just tuning in, this is game 3. We are currently 1-1. Okay, I am going to grab a forest here. Alright, so in our deck we have Viridian Longbow. That doesn't help us. We have Sword of Fire and Ice. But we don't have enough mana to... Yes, we do. I'm going to go ahead and grab... a Temple Garden out of our deck. We are going to have to pay mana because I forgot. We just fetched up the forest that I was going to grab. Alright, we're going to go ahead and grab the Sword of Fire and Ice. Alright, we're going to pass the turn back. I feel like this game is pretty favored in our side if we're playing the more reactive game. If we're playing the aggressive game, I feel like there's a chance for a misplay. We are lower on life. I do want to keep everything pretty open right now. Alright, we do have the ability to violin this Sword of Fire and Ice. We have the ability to put a counter on Walking Ballista, and we have the ability at the end of turn to tutor up something with Odomri's Call. So I want to just make sure we're in the clear before I start doing anything outrageous. Oh, and our opponent just decided to concede. So it seems like the defensive route worked there. Our opponent couldn't really attack into us because we had Thrun on the board. But I was also playing the slow in case they had... they vialed in Flicker Wisp or something and bounced whatever I was trying to kill with Walking Ballista, or if I was trying to attack in with something with Sword and Fire and Ice, something like that. So defensive route seemed to have worked and got us a win. So we're currently 1-2. So hopefully stay around and watch the next match, and hopefully we get there. Thank you so much for watching. Please go hit that like and subscribe button if you enjoyed today's video. For your custom playmats, mousepads, and more, head over to Inked Gaming. Use promo code crocodilemtg10 to receive 10% off your order. Today's video was brought to you by all our wonderful sponsors, affiliates, and patrons.